Okay, I was inspired this morning by Roxy, I guess from New Zealand or Australia, I forgot which, apologize. Anyway, I watched it this morning and she's challenged herself to use her 45 minutes of video once a week and actually see how many of a particular project she could actually finish during that time. Anyway, what she was doing, which is was really nice, is she was making these wonderful tags using old book pages. Now this is this one's not an old book page. I got this at Dollar Tree. It's something I've had laying around for a while. So it says $3.95 or $4.95, but it was only $1 at Dollar Tree, and I have been using it for many years to test some of my stencils and paints and pieces of painted paper. And believe it or not, this is me when I was maybe 5 years old or 6. Yeah, 6. And I printed this out on tissue paper and adhered it to this page. I will be using this in some of my crafts because I'm so old that you could also really call these pictures vintage. Just look at the clothes I'm wearing. I mean, they're selling images like this now, aren't they? Another project I did was to paint screen print, I think on the back of, I believe this is, oh darn, what is it? Shelf liner paper? The clear contact paper, yeah, clear or frosty contact paper. And what I did was silk screen paint on it. And of course we could use this too. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could actually, I don't know if this is printable, but anyway, now I'm getting away from what I'm here today to tell you about and practice on. And this is, I think this is another experiment from a few years back. And I'm not really sure how I did that. I should have made a video. There are many things in here, and one of the reasons I make a video is maybe other people can learn from it, but I just like to practice things. And this book has been my practice book for a while, as you can see. Anyway, let me, okay, what is this? Okay, this is a bit of that contact paper, I think, that I printed the face on. Yeah, I think I printed this face on this contact paper, or screen printed it, yes, and then I added the color and other things. Might try these with some tags. Anyway, now we're doing back to what Roxy was doing. And okay, she printed on vellum, and she made these tags out of book pages, which is what I'm going to do here. But what I wondered about, let me hold my page, is I have a supply, and in the interest of using what you have, of online label that I ordered a while back, maybe a year or so or more ago. And these are clear matte for inkjet. And I got 50 of them, so why not use them? I haven't used them for very much until maybe now. So what I did was, using my computer, and this is what came out of the printer just now. I turned it upside down. I did it in color because I thought maybe I could fill up the page with these butterflies. Otherwise, I probably would have just used the black and white. Now, I had bought some, let's see, ephemera from Linda Y.E. from Italy, and her downloads were of these beautiful Victorian women, and this was in color with a very colorful background. While using my software, you don't have to do this, but I just wanted to explain what I did. You can just put anything that you have. So this would be isolating, taking out the background that she had and turning everything into grayscale, and then adjusting the grayscale to get this color. This one here is I use my Silhouette software to actually trace the image of the girl and then darken it. So I don't, unless you own a Cameo or Silhouette cutting machine, you may not understand what it is that I did to get this versus this. But I wanted to try both versions to see what the grayscale of just the print would look like, and then the much darker tracing from the Silhouette Studio software. If you ever get a chance, anybody can download the software and use it for print purposes, even if you don't have a cutting machine. But you can learn. It's a powerful software, and I use it all of the time. Anyway, this is what I did. So that's how I got the two different images. Well, I had done the same thing for this gal, isolated her, took her background, and then this is just the tracing. I didn't do, I have the grayscale image, but on this printing, I just wanted to do the tracing to see how that would come out. Anyway, before I ramble on too much, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut one of these out. Now the hardest part, and I'm probably going to have to pause this, because the hardest part about using labels is, and I don't have to keep all of this, is being able to separate it from the backing, because I have to fiddle and fiddle and fiddle with it. You can order some of these labels that have a bit of a place where you can get purchase, and so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cut around her, just kind of fussy cut a little bit and see what happens. Then I'm going to pause this. I'll let you see the process. I'll start. Yeah, I won't be that lucky, I'm sure, that I can forgive me, the coffee grounds are in I save coffee filters, so I wash them out in the morning. It wasn't dirt, it was just coffee. All right, now I'm going to pause, because it's going to take me a while to separate this. I think I got it, but let me pause and come back. Okay, I know you can't see this, but I do have my fingernail underneath the image. So this is not vellum the way Roxy was using it, but I wanted to see how these would look since I have these labels. And sure enough, look at that. And plus it's sticky, so I don't have to go through all that gluing, right? No glue. And of course, if I burnish this really well, let me see if I can find a glue stick and burnish it. Now this is the printed. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera. I've got this thing that hangs around my neck so I can move around my house because I have things so scattered. But anyway, you get the idea. She is on here. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with the one that I used my Silhouette software to trace, which I was able to get much darker. But she doesn't look too bad. I could make a lovely tag out of her, right? Her face is the only thing that's kind of missing. Had I moved it over to this little bare space, I think maybe that would have been better. So I'm going to try that with this one. So hold on, I'm going to cut another one out. Okay, so I've cut this out. And now I'm going to pause it while I try to get my fingernail under there so I don't bore everybody. So here we go. Okay, I'm back, and I did manage to get this little piece open. By the way, let me just hold that place so I don't lose it. One of the things that does seem to work is flicking it back and forth. Can't quite do it now, but you flick it back and forth and you release the tension, and pretty soon you can feel that you've got two pieces there by clicking it back and forth. I can't do this while still using this hand. Anyway, I managed to get these, and so here we go. I'm going to try now, and I'm going to put her face where I can see it a tad better. and slide her down. So this is not vellum. I'm going to burnish her on the page. And boy, I like it a lot, don't you? Yeah, I like this. Look at that. And it is very on there tight. So it's one of those things. Now you could use the glossy labels too, except you're going to be left with a glossy finish. So this enables me to compare my tracing with the actual just grayscale image. I like both of them for different reasons. I prefer the black one a little more. And now that I know that it will print, let me find another page here and do my other little girl, lady. And I won't bore you, so I'm going to pause this again and cut her out, and I'll be back. Okay, one thing that's really good about this is, as you can see, you cannot see the edges. So you really cannot. So you don't have to be fussy cut it. You just can generally cut it like this, or anything that will make it easier for you. Again, I'm going to go through the process of finding a place where I can get the paper to release, which is, like I said, not always easy. But this seems to be how I can get it done. And if I can feel on my fingertips two places, which I think I almost feel here, yeah, that now I can get it. So since I need to get closer to this. Oh, wait a minute, I got it. And I did it on live camera. Usually and so here we go. Again, let me just place her down here where I can see her. I don't know where to put her. Let's put her over here. And look at how gorgeous she is on this page, right? Oh, so I have 50 of these little pages that I have not been using, and thanks to Roxy's idea this morning, I will be doing a lot more of this, printing whatever I want. And you cannot, I think it starts way up here, but you really cannot see. It's just, it totally is invisible. And it's matte finish, so you don't have that glaring gloss. I might have more glare because I'm photographing this by my window, and it's a north-facing window. But the thing works, and I am so happy because now I can print whatever I want. And using my Silhouette software, I will trace these images, fill them with black, and then use them because they make the best overall impression. So there we go. How's that? And I've only used 14 minutes. Anyway, I will be doing more of this. Nice test this morning. And here's one of the butterflies. I think in hindsight here, I will choose a more solid colored butterfly with very little white. But it would look pretty on plain paper. Of course, this is what it would look like if it were on white paper, but you could slap it on anything. Anyway, I am over the moon that I am now going to be able to really use these labels that I bought a long time ago. I can't even remember why, but digging in your stash when you watch a video and thinking about the stuff that you have on hand that could do the same thing. This produces the same, a very similar result as Vellum, and I am pretty happy with this. All right, that's it.